danced with a man, who's danced with a girl, who's danced with the Prince of Wales. It was simply grand, he said, topping band, and she said, delightful, sir. Glory, glory, alleluia, I'm the luckiest of females, for I've danced with a man, who's danced with a girl, who danced with the Prince of Wales.
When my father stood here 26 years ago, he declared that one of the objects of his life would be to uphold constitutional government. In this, I am determined to follow in my father's footsteps and to work as he did throughout his life for the happiness and welfare of all classes of my subjects. I place my reliance upon the loyalty and affection of my peoples throughout the empire, and upon the wisdom of their parliaments to support me in this heavy task. And I pray God will guide me to perform it. I've asked you to come because I want you to know at once that all of this will make no difference to us.
What's going to happen now, David?
Well, first I must begin to think about Ernest.
We can talk about Ernest and other things when you're not under such a great strain.
We must bring my father from Sounding into London. He'll lie in state in Westminster Hall, be taken to Windsor for burial.
And then surely there'll be happier work, your coronation.
Yes. Have to be a decent interval. A lot of people all over the world have to be consulted.
But you're the king and the emperor.
Yes, sworn, but not yet crowned and anointed.
What does that mean?
That the king's defender of the faith. For me to go through the coronation ceremony with our future unsettled would be impossible. I wonder. Times have changed. But crowned or uncrowned, I shall need all the help that I can get. Will you marry me, Wallis? Will you stand with me and by me in all that is to come?
They'll make great difficulties for us, David, I think, before they'll allow it.
Difficulties and worse. Please God that we may find a way through them.
I hear there is to be a painting made of it. The Vigil of the Princes. That was very touching of you, David. And now, what?
Well, I've chosen the members of my household. Ulrich Alexander will be the keeper of the privy purse. Godfrey Thomas will be one of the assistant private secretaries. Tommy Lascelles will be another.
Good choices.
Make good choices, ma'am.
And what are your other plans? What do you intend to do next?
Well, a great deal, Mamma. There's a new feeling in the air. And the monarchy should be made to march with it.
As long as the monarch remains at the head of the column and mounted.
Well, that's just it, Alec. I think the king should take the occasional turn on foot. Doors and windows thrown open. As king, I mean to go among my people as I have before. Well, I must get going. I've a meeting about the depressed areas. Thank you, Alec.
A good beginning.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If only he can keep it up.
Why should he not? With you as his private secretary beside him, if you serve him as you served his father, all will be well.
Come in. Good afternoon, Mrs. Dolby. Have you the guest rooms ready?
They are, Your Majesty.
I want to ask you, what happens to soap in the guest bedrooms after they've gone?
It is taken to the servants' quarters and finished up there, Your Majesty.
Well, from now on, soap left over by my guests will be taken to my rooms and I'll finish it myself.
If Your Majesty wishes.
Now, Miss Dolby, I wonder if you'll very kindly take this package to Mrs. Simpson's room. I want to be there for her when she arrives as a surprise.
Hope you brought your gardening clothes, Ernest. I gather there's a full day planned.
Shall I go back to America? Practice.
So I too run Wallis, leave the housework to the men, I said.
Thank you, David. It's just beautiful. Oh, the clasp is undone.
Can I fix it?
No, I can do. Oh. Never mind, it doesn't matter.
Yes, it certainly does.
Oh, bless it. Wallis, dear, our bedroom is a delight, a rhapsody in pink, even the soap.
And the champagne.
Lucky thing you're not wearing a pale pink evening dress. You disappear into the woodwork.
The royal banjo.
Yes, he told me he'd been practicing. Well, now we can just cakewalk to our rooms.
Yes, it makes a change from being piped to bed. By the way, where are the royal bagpipes?
Diana, please don't encourage thank you, sir. You've done it just beautifully. Thank you. And now you shall give us all a tune.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes, indeed.
Well, anything to make a party go.
Out there.
I think so. It's all in one crab.
Walk in.
No, sir, look, let me show you how. It's... Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, yes, I know.
Excuse me, Your Majesty. Lord Grenard has telephoned. He would like to know if it's true that the Ascot enclosure is coming to an end. Do you know anything about this, Your Majesty?
Will you inform his lordship that I shall make contact with him later? I call that tops. I really can't have messes of that kind. One wonders what King George V would have thought. Well, I think that calls for a drink, don't you? Come on, I'm going to fix it. Now, Wallis, what will you have to drink? Whiskey?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Good. Diana, what can I give you?
Ordinary white wine, if that's all right, sir. But a glass of Vichy first.
Yes, of course. Now, come on, everybody, and let me fix you a drink.
Thank you.
What do you have? Diana, white wine.
I think...
Cocktail glass stains on the dispatches.
When they came back from the fort.
You mean he's drinking too heavily down there?
What I mean, ma'am, that he has been careless.
You should not be careless with dispatches.
Well, exactly so, ma'am. It's something to do with the fort. The atmosphere there, the people whom he invites. Under their influence, he is beginning to neglect affairs of state, or to deal with them at irregular or abnormal hours to the great inconvenience of his staff and his servants.
Have you suggested any changes?
It would be very impertinent in me, in anyone, to do that. The fort is his country home. He goes there to relax, and of course, he must invite whomsoever he wishes. The trouble is, ma'am, that he invites whoever Mrs. Simpson wishes.
Mrs. Simpson. And who does she wish?
Those who share her own adventurous disposition.
By that you mean she is an adventuress?
Not exactly, ma'am. The lady is as respectable as any divorcee could be.
Yes. Divorced.
To be fair, she was deserted. The innocent party.
No party to a divorce can be innocent. Is she dangerous?
She has remarried. Quite happily, they say. No, I don't believe her to be dangerous, ma'am. Just unsatisfactory.
Yes, that's a splendid plan, Wallis. I'm coming right over. Ernest?
May I be plain, sir?
Truth between friends, Ernest?
Then the truth is, it's high time that Wallis chose between us.
I'm sure that Wallis will take care of herself.
So she's often told me. But she must also choose for herself. Now, I do not think that she will choose me. Or she's fond of me, but I think she will choose the most attractive way. Wallis has the ability to make a man unhappy one minute and then overwhelm him with affection the next.
Aren't you being rather unfair?
Truth between friends, sir. I speak as I find. Now, may I ask, what do you intend to do about this? Or indeed, what can you do?
Ernest, do you really think that I would be crowned without Wallis by my side?
I hope the completion of the Queen Mary is all they say it is. Note everything about it, David, and tell me when you return.
Of course, Mamma.
I remember the launching ceremony so well. Your father made a heartfelt speech to all those thousands whose livelihoods depended on it. He saw the ship as an ambassador that would bring friendship to all the nations.
And so it will, Mamma.
I remember it rained the whole time we were there. And now you are going on your own.
Well, rain or no, it will be a most pleasurable duty.
You will make me proud and happy. Thank you, David.
Mr. and Mrs. Quinn's. Mr. Quinn?
Who is it? I'm the king. May I come in?
I said you'd come to see the Queen Mary.
That's right, Mrs. Quinn. To see for myself how living conditions are for the people of this city.
She'd like to come in, sir.
Thank you. Hello. Is this the only room you have for your whole family, Mrs. Quinn?
Oh, no, it's the room and kitchen. The room's been there.
How old is the baby?
Oh, nearly 2 months.
Boy or girl?
Another boy.
You fine child, isn't he?
Aye, it's a wee bit of a rascal sometimes.
He's a bit of a handful, is he?
Aye.
What is your work, Mr. Quinn?
Oh, I was a riveter in the shipyard, sir, till I had my accident. I lost my sight.
And you're not employed now?
Oh, I've had no work for 5 years, sir.
5 years? My goodness, that's a long time. Well, times are very bad. But we shall all do our very best to try and improve things for this neighborhood. See if we can't get some better conditions for people living here. And I not only want you to know that I'm deeply concerned with the problems of my people, but if I visit some of you, it gives me a better idea of how we can try and help. Well, lass, I can't stay as I have many visits to make. But it's been so nice meeting you, Mrs. Quinn. Thank you for allowing me to come to your home.
Thank you, sir.
Seeing the courage with which you're all facing the situation.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Mr. Quinn. Thank you for letting me come and talk to you.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.
Cheerio.
Make a note of this chap's name, will you? And Alec, would you remind me to write to the mission for the outdoor blind?
Make inquiries in this case, sir.
The boxes, sir.
Oh, yes. Well, what about it?
Shall I take them with me back to London, sir?
No. Haven't read the dispatches yet.
If you like, sir, I'll stay here until you have read them.
Well, I don't want you to feel that you have to wait.
No, I should be delighted to stay.
Well, I've some guests waiting, Alec, and I must go and entertain them.
Then let me take the boxes with me, sir, or at least lock them up.
Don't you trust my friends, Alec?
It is necessary to retain an absolutely secure habit of mind, sir.
Is what you really mean that you trust nobody?
No, what I really mean, sir, is that no man, and certainly no king, can ever be too prudent or too discreet.
The king condescended to speak with me the other day, and very earnest he was.
Oh? What did he say?
I think you know.
More or less, I dare say.
Well, where do you stand in all this?
I'm not sure. Where should I be?
Do you know what you want?
Very clearly.
And what do you want?
A divorce.
Immediately?
I see no reason to wait. We both know the situation. After all, you haven't exactly been faithful to me. The marriage is dead. Why not bury it?
Very well.
You're very understanding, Ernest.
Simply practical, Wallis.
I tried to coerce Mussolini, in which we failed. We've only driven him closer to Hitler.
Any other policy would have landed us in trouble with the League of Nations.
Well, I think it's more important to secure friends than to carry favour with the tottering League of Nations.
You would approve, sir, of securing Mussolini as our friend?
Yes, why not? More friends, the better.
My view, sir, we shall have friends enough if we stand up against bullies for what we know to be right. It would be a very popular gesture if you were to receive Haile Selassie when he's in London.
Popular with whom? Certainly not with the Italians. Well, can we continue this interesting discussion another day, Aunt? Now I have an appointment.
Majesty.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I sit down to Eden.
Ah, you should have brought him with you. I would have liked to have met him.
Yes, sooner or later, he and the rest of us meet my future wife. Has Annie spoken to you?
He's spoken very plainly to me.
Well, Ernest has spoken to me, at last and at length. What it comes down to is this. I can bring divorce proceedings against him. Apart from anything else, Ernest has found someone else.
I say, has he?
That someone else happens to be an old friend of mine.
Wallis, you wouldn't grudge him a little comfort, would you? Good for Ernest, I say. Certainly good for us.
Yes. It calls for a mild celebration. David, can you take me to the races at Plumpton tomorrow? They say it's a very pretty little course.
Plumpton, I don't usually go there. Actually, I'm rather busy tomorrow, Wallis.
Oh.
I got some papers to do.
But you have no actual engagements.
Not really.
Then please, David, take me to Plumpton tomorrow.
Oxford and Cambridge Universities, Corporation of the City of London, the clergy of the province of Canterbury, the Royal Academy of Arts.
And the Governor and Company of the Bank of England.
Yes. Now, these are all what are known as privileged bodies, sir, and it's customary for the king to receive a deputation from each of them, to receive its address, and then to reply.
And how many of them are there altogether?
20, sir.
Must I receive each deputation separately?
Sir.
Well, the thing is a most colossal waste of time.
These bodies are eminent, sir, as are the men who will wait on you as their representatives.
Eminent? So many men from so many deputations? Godfrey.
Important, at least.
Self-important, you mean?
In any case, established, as is the custom that the king should receive them.
Very well, Alec. Of course I shall receive them. All together. And then I can address one reply to them all. You mustn't worry, Wallis. Walter Monckton was my friend at Oxford, and he's now an eminent man in the law, and he will advise us.
You mean he can act for me?
He can't do that. He's a barrister. He will be a most discreet messenger.
Round and round we go.
Well, you did ask me to handle this side of things for you, Wallis.
Of course, David. I'll do whatever you say.
So long and the short is this, Walter. Wallis wishes to divorce her husband, but since her name is to some extent associated with mine, the proceedings may cause talk.
Yes, indeed.
But even so, it'd be quite wrong of me to interfere or to try to influence her in any way. What would you advise?
Mr. Simpson, if, as I understand it, Mr. Simpson doesn't impose himself as an obstacle, why do you wish to divorce him at this particular juncture?
I wish to be free of a marriage that's no longer a happy one.
Why not simply go your own ways, without the labor and expense and possible scandal of a divorce?
Because I may meet someone else I wish to marry.
May I ask... I'm sorry if I seem hectoring, Mrs. Simpson, truly sorry. But there are certain things I have to know. May I ask whether you have anyone specific in mind?
No.
And since your name is associated with the King's, don't you think that, in the best interests of all concerned, you would be wiser to stay away from the divorce courts?
Wallis must consult her own best interests, Walt. She must not allow the fact that she's my friend to dictate her behavior. May I take it that you'll put her in touch with a reliable solicitor?
If you wish it, sir, I shall see what can be arranged.
She wishes it, Walter. I wish it.
If Mrs. Simpson could stay behind for a while, there are one or two more matters we must discuss.
If you would, Wallis, I think it's necessary.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Do please sit down.
Thank you, Walter. So good of you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Mrs. Simpson, I'm an old friend of the King's, and therefore I would wish to be your friend too. But you must bear with me, if you will, until certain matters have been made absolutely clear to me.
I understand, Mr. Monkton.
Very well, then. Now, I think I know of a reputable firm which will take on your case. But on one point, I must be very plain. Now, you have stated that you have no one specific in mind after your divorce. You stand by that?
After all, Mr. Monkton, I'm not getting any younger. Should the right man suddenly appear, I would wish to be free to marry him without delay.
And so it is my duty to ask you, does the right man ever appear in your dreams carrying a scepter and wearing a crown?
It's ridiculous to imagine I have any idea of marrying the king.
Ridiculous, yes. But the question had to be asked. You see?
Yes. On the whole, I do see.
And now a detail or two, if you please. So there it is, Winston. I've asked Toby Matthews to take her on, but I doubt he will.
So you want my advice?
Well, yes, you're not in the government or court circles, so you're in a position of being objective.
Life is a tease, Walter. Joy is the shadow of sorrow, and sorrow the shadow of joy. And I share your concern about a divorce. I spend my time, Walter, defending the king. I won't even sit down to dinner where he is criticized. But if this were to happen, I should have a very much harder task of it.
Well, she says it's ridiculous to imagine that she's suing with any idea of marrying the king.
I dare say she does, and I dare say she means it. But if Mrs. Simpson divorces Simpson, we lose a safeguard. Once that occurs, there will be rumors, Walter. Far better that she stays safely married.
Well, I'll tell the king your opinion.
Tell him this also, that he must not flaunt this friendship. So far, it is not widely known, not too conspicuous for what it is. But I hear that he thinks of taking her to Balmoral this autumn. It would be foolish to take her to such a highly official place. The eyes of Scotland are upon him, and it is sacred to the memory of Queen Victoria and John Brown.
He needs to have her near him.
And let her stay with somebody else nearby. Good gracious, Walter. Kings have had close friends before, without living in their pockets.
For Winston saying I should hide my friendship, I'm not ashamed of it. I don't propose to be deceitful about it.
Discretion, sir, doesn't amount to deceit.
No, nor does it amount to candour.
Candour doesn't require that one should make private relationships public property.
No. Well, let's leave all that aside for the moment, Walter. Now, you undertook to find a solicitor for Wallis.
Don't you worry, sir. I shall find someone.
Good.
The Narlin? What is that?
It's a yacht, ma'am, hired from Lady Yule. He's hired it for a cruise.
A cruise? In the first months of his reign? What can he be thinking of?
There's something going on, ma'am. I'm not quite sure what exactly, but there is a new element to the affair.
Not boredom, by any happy chance?
Well, perhaps, but not with Mrs. Simpson. He wants a change, but not a change of companion.
A change of what, then?
Well, he's very restless. He wanted to go to the south of France for a holiday, but the ambassador objected that what with the strikes there and the civil war in Spain, the area did seem unsuitable. And so he's decided on a cruise.
And she goes with him?
Mrs. Simpson goes with him.
Why can't she leave my son alone? His duty and his task are all that matters. He began so well. He could go on so well. If only she would leave him alone.
I thought you should know before you leave on the Nile that I found someone to take on your business.
Hardly a labor of Hercules, surely.
Well, there have been difficulties. Verbum satis est sapienti. A word is enough for a wise man.
Or woman. Are you trying to tell me that I'm untouchable by the legal profession?
No. But very, very hot to the touch.
Then I hope you found me a very, very cool man.
Theodore Goddard. But I gather that the London courts are rather full this next 12 months.
If it's a question of money.
Everything that can properly be done, Mrs. Simpson, will be done by Theodore Goddard. You should consult him when the holiday season is over.
But that's weeks away.
Divorce is a cumbrous matter in this country, Mrs. Simpson. Very silly and old-fashioned. Is it not?
I'm told that Your Majesty's chartered a yacht for a cruise.
Yes, with your permission, Admiral, I'd like to sail down the Dalmatian coast and on to Constantinople. I propose to visit King George in his summer residence at Corfu.
Excellent, sir.
Also Kemal Ataturk in Constantinople.
It might be tactful to call it Istanbul in his hearing. An interesting man, to be treated with wariness.
Yes. Now, what's this request of yours?
You plan to board at Venice.
Yes.
This would mean travelling through Italy.
Ah, Mussolini's Italy.
Quite so. Please think better of it, sir. You'll offend a lot of people if you go there.
Oh, will I?
Your loyal subjects, sir.
Yes.
Are proud of you.
Well, then, where do you suggest I board the Nile, then?
If you travel through Switzerland and Austria, you could board in Yugoslavia.
Very well, Anthony. Yugoslavia.
Frightfully popular, darling.
Not nearly as popular as you, sir. One old lady, dressed to the hilt in her national gewgaws, pressed this bunch of flowers on me. I was just in the middle of thanking her for it, but she made it perfectly clear to me that they weren't for me at all, but for me to pass on to you. So, belatedly, here you are, sir.
Sweet of you, darling.
Wasn't it a success? Such exuberance, all that enormous crowd turning out to wish you well, sir.
Yes, to wish us well.
Oh, and that lovely phrase they kept repeating, Vive la Lune.
Vive la Lune.
Vive l'amour. Vive l'amour. All those simple people, I mean, peasants, most of them, wishing us happiness. Isn't it extraordinary?
Yes, isn't it? You know, they were so enthusiastic, I thought at one point we were all going to get pushed into the sea.
Now then, shall we all meet for sundowner later on?
Lovely. About an hour, and I'll shake up the cocktails.
Everywhere we go, the crowds get bigger.
You must admit it's all rather moving. Whatever it is, they're applauding.
It's quite obvious that all those people are as much interested in Wallis as they are the king.
Yes, you're quite right, Jack. Everybody over here seems to know exactly who she is. Thanks. They mentioned the name in England, and well, people would ask you whether you meant the restaurant or the shop.
What is lovely is that he's so utterly himself and unself-conscious. He doesn't act.
Well, that's what allows him to do what he enjoys doing so superbly well.
Did you notice in the middle of the procession he stopped for a good 2 minutes to tie his shoelace, which left me staring at the royal behind?
Those American journalists, they were busy today. Those photographer chaps.
How long, I wonder, before the British photographers follow suit?
Oh, happily the king has true friends in Fleet Street.
Yes, he may need them.
All the world loves a lover, unfortunately, especially the photographers. No, my real concern is that American newspapers and magazines do appear in England.
Do you fear the repercussions for him, Jack?
Yes, Diana. The king seems oblivious of the extraordinarily public recognition of their relationship.
Because, Jack, he's much too happy.
And the newspapers?
They are being exceedingly discreet, ma'am.
The British ones, yes. Have you seen this? American, of course.
The New York woman.
Page 53.
As an interesting instance of royal privilege, be it noted that if Ernest Simpson should wish to divorce his wife, the king cannot be sued for adultery in England.
Stop getting burnt, sir. No.
Doesn't quite have the same flair, Jack.
Good one, David. But only 10 minutes more, and then you have to put in an hour on your dispatches.
Right, Charlie. 10 minutes more.
Bit of a slice on that one.
These are running rather short. I have to put in somewhere and pick up a fresh supply. Was I no idea that the roads on Corfu were still so rough? Do you mean to say that we were an hour late for dinner?
Never mind, sir. The Greeks don't set much store by punctuality.
Still, when you're dining with their king and his lady.
The lady seemed very interested in you, sir, and vice versa.
Well, she's English, so naturally I was interested.
Naturally.
Yes, the king, I thought, seemed rather taken with you. Without having my excuse. What a darling little chair you are. And vice versa.
Whatever the Greek king may have been with me, sir, I was not taken with him. Chair, sir, is on my dress. Oh, my dress is ruined.
No, Ma, you pick up 20 more in Athens.
I'd rather be seen dead in rags than in a dress made in Athens.
It's not a very jolly thing to say when you've been dining with their king. By the way, is he King George of Greece or King George of the Greeks?
King George of the Greeks.
But really correct is King George of the Hellenes.
Darling, you're so clever I knew you'd know.
Well, I didn't think much of his dinner or of his palace.
Mont Repos isn't supposed to be a palace, just a seaside villa.
How middle class.
Perhaps he uses the villa to make Mrs. Jones feel more at home.
They say this affair goes very deep with him.
Is he in love with her?
On le dit.
Well, then why doesn't he marry her?
Well, because the king of the Greeks, or rather the king of the Hellenes, can't marry a woman who's a commoner and married to another man.
We're daylight. There was an important naval battle along this coastline in classical times.
2, in fact.
Thank you, Duff.
Never mind, Humphrey. Tomorrow morning we pass Ithaca. Rugged Ithaca, where Ulysses was king. That's real romance, if you like. If you go ashore, they'll show you the cave where he put his treasure.
That sounds like a very jolly outing, darling. If it fits in with your plan, sir?
Yes, well, if we anchor at Ithaca at 7 a.m. What are the plans for tomorrow, sir, so far? Sir? What are the plans for tomorrow?
Wallis? What are the plans for tomorrow?
We'll be in Athens in an hour.
Thank God we're leaving them here.
I don't think I've ever known such relentless sulking from anyone as in these past few days. His mood has disheartened everyone. You know, I made a great effort at lunch today to try and jolly him along.
You were very amusing, darling.
I get very tired of playing the court jester, Duff. It's definitely not my role.
Well, at least you made the effort.
Well, nothing I said seemed to shake him out of his melancholy.
He's been thinking, hasn't he? You know, I think it was that remark of Godfrey that must have set him off.
I think you're right.
Until then, he's been applauded everywhere.
Yes, that day in Dubrovnik was extraordinary.
Yes, and all along the line. Prince Charming with his Cinderella. But Godfrey made him realize, in part of the plaudits of that peasant chorus, he's not in a pantomime. No fairy godmother to wave her magic wand over this romance.
Perhaps he thinks he can do without one. He was always willful and wishful. It's a perilous combination.
But surely he must realize. Unless infatuation's robbed him entirely of his wits. He can't have it both ways. Either he must sacrifice Wallis or he must sacrifice the throne.
Oh, Duff.
The most interesting chap I met was Kemal Ataturk.
A dangerous man.
He certainly modernized his country.
Yes. By revolution.
But no one makes an omelette, Mamma, without breaking eggs.
So I'm always being told. That is the most vulgar and dishonest cliché of our day.
But true?
No. Only clever, until it became so common. People are not eggs, David.
No. But people get broken in any case. Fewer, I think, under Ataturk than under the Sultans.
Has anyone counted? Well, I must be going to bed.
Mama, I thought that you'd like to know that I'm going to spend the last 2 weeks of the month at Balmoral.
Good. Good. A breath of fresh air may help to clear your head.
So we're settled about that then, sir. When you return from Balmoral, you'll go straight to the King's residence, Buckingham Palace.
Yes, I suppose I must sometime.
When you return from Scotland. Here is the guest list for Balmoral, sir.
I don't see Mrs. Simpson's name here.
I'm sorry, sir. I understood that for Balmoral you'd be using your father's old list.
So I shall, with additions. Duke and Duchess Marlborough, yes. Duke and Duchess Buccleuch, yes. Mountbattens, of course. The Earl and Countess of Rosebery, yes. And Mrs. Ernest Simpson.
Well, I'm glad he's coming to live here at last. I've never approved of him skulking in York House. Of course, I shall have to pack up my traps and be off.
The last thing His Majesty wishes is to inconvenience you, ma'am. You should take all the time you need of your move to Marlborough House.
That's very civil of him. But he was always civil. Too civil in many cases. What does he mean by asking her to Balmoral?
And we shall need to find a car for Mrs. Simpson to fetch her from Ballata station.
Haven't you heard? He's going there to meet her himself.
When did you hear that?
This morning.
It's absolutely impossible. If he refused to open a hospital in Aberdeen and sent the Duke of York in his place, he can hardly be seen at Ballata meeting Mrs. Simpson.
He's quite bad enough. His excuses, he's still in mourning.
The whole world knows he's not still in mourning. He was seen at Ascot earlier in the summer. And as for his recent holiday, didn't exactly smack of mourning.
If he's in mourning, Alex, so's the Duke of York.
Exactly. I'd better speak with him. Why couldn't he just tell me?
Good evening, Elizabeth. How well you look.
Thank you, David, and so do you.
Hello, Bertie. Now, Wallis Simpson, of course, you know.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
How very nice to see you, ma'am.
May I have a word, David?
Then, if you'll excuse me, sir, I'll join the others.
Did you know you were seen meeting her at Ballater? The people were frightfully hurt.
My private life, Bertie.
Private life, I suppose, is very much the privilege of a private man.
How far has Goddard got with his preparations for Wallis's divorce?
Oh, he's done the groundwork, sir. He has full instructions ready for her. He hopes to keep it all as far as possible out of the public eye.
Well, so long as he allows no delays on my account.
Well, delays or not, sir, there will be talk. Talk of...
My friendship with Wallis. People must take me as I am, Walter. Man different from my father and determined to be myself. Of course I shall be available for public business and public occasion, but my private life must be my own.
In your case, sir, private and public are liable to overlap.
Now, I can lead my private life in the same way that I did when I was the Prince of Wales. Unobserved and at the fort.
And when you come up to the palace?
I hate the palace,
Yet
Walter.
the king must come to his palace.
So you will. If they'll only leave me in peace when I'm at the fort.
They may do so, sir. If the king promises to bring nothing with him away from the fort.
How can he not bring his heart?